says, delusional goddess tells young girls it's better to be an old hoe than a young wife and mom.
So Dr. BOA recently had a disagreement with Six the Goddess, and most of y'all probably missed it. So today, we're gonna talk about Dr. BOA disagreement with Six the Goddess, and we're starting right now.
Rim low on my fitted, dreams has always been vivid. I'm just trying to go get it, catch me right around and I'm ignorant, I'm just rolling.
Buy my t-shirt, little bitch.
So tell them get on my level, ho. I'm burning up, see I'm hotter than where the devil go. It ain't enough till I'm burning down.
Now, before we get started, I'ma just keep it 100 with y'all. I've never sat through a full video of Dr. BOA. Now, I've attempted a few times because some of the things he says start off making sense. But as I keep watching, I'm often left wondering,
What the fuck are you talking about?
and this isn't me dissing him. This is my honest opinion. So if you don't like my honest opinion, well...
I look like I give a fuck?
And then he always says stuff like...
Beta male simp man giant.
And honestly, I've always thought people saying this term were weirdos. So if you're using weirdo language, you're probably a weirdo too. And I know it's you two, but I gotta get you.
Get him.
Your fitted hat has wrinkles in it. Bro, it's time to let it go.
Get him.
And why's your hat turned backwards? Seriously, how old are you? No, seriously, how old are you?
And me, I'm 56 years old.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Those are serious questions I have for him. So all you
Beta male simp man giant.
please don't come for me. I'm just
a bitch ass nigga. Don't hit me, please. I'm sorry.
And your content only shows all the negative things women do. There's no balance. So how does that help men deal with women? It doesn't. Honestly, you come off as MGTOW to me. And lastly, your Photoshop game is trash. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm definitely better than you. And I'm not sure if you were trying to imply that you were the pimpin' before by putting this in your channel banner and in the thumbnail of your most popular video. But bro, that ain't you. Now, let's take a look at the disagreement.
If you ask any woman right now, would you trade places with men as far as what the risk is when it comes to being with someone and having children? Almost every woman would raise their hand. I would trade with y'all in a minute to trade the stigmas, and the only thing I have to lose is money? Oh, we would trade with you guys in a second.
Now, before I give my take, go ahead, BOA.
The reality of the scenario is this: losing the money that you've worked your life to obtain and maintain is hell on a man's pocket. Of course, you as a woman would rather do that because you don't value money. Women don't have no value on money, man. A woman would. Oh, listen, a woman will take the money that she has and take care of a man that don't do nothing. A woman will take the money she has and go broke trying to take care of her family.
Here go men and the man is for. These bitches is gold diggers. All they want is the men with money. All they want is some money. That's all they care about. Kings, protect your peace. Don't give them shit. Also, men. These women don't care about money. They don't value money. They'll take care of a broke man. What? Which one is it, sir?
She has a point.
A woman will take the money she has and go broke trying to take care of her family.
Wait, are you saying you shouldn't do everything in your power to take care of your family? Because I'd spend my last dollar to take care of my family. So once again...
What the fuck are you talking about?
Losing the money that you've worked your life to obtain and maintain is hell on a man's pocket.
This statement comes from a poor man's mindset. You see, in my profession, which I'll eventually reveal, I've worked with a lot of rich men. And not to brag, but I had a client that was worth over 100 million. When the topic of time versus money came up, my clients always said they'd give up half their fortune to be young again. Because if you know how to make money, you can always make more money. But your ex-wife can never be 22 again.
A woman will take the money she has and ball like a dog, ball beyond her means, and then when she lose her job, she broke. She getting evicted. She got to move in with somebody.
Okay, a woman that's divorced, older with a bunch of kids, she's not appealing. No, she's not going to find a 25-year-old guy to get with her and start a new family with. Most of the time in those situations, if it doesn't work out, the woman is fucked. So marriage evens the playing field. Because I would much rather have it be where all I have to risk is losing some money. F that, I can make more money.
If you agree with that, let me know in the comments.
She simply says, oh, I'll just make more money. See, she's trying to compare a young divorced man to an old divorced woman. And you really can't do that. If we're going to compare apples to apples, then if a man is 60 and he loses half of his money, he can't go back and make that back. Not at 60, not at 50.
But the problem is, it was never his money. It was always their money. If he never divorced his wife, the two of them would have had to live off everything he saved for retirement, right? So, if you were saving for two people to retire because you're a traditional man, then you should have saved enough in the event the two of you divorced. The problem is, most Americans don't have enough saved for retirement. So now the judge splits the small amount you have to retire, and you're upset. I get it, but these are decisions you made. If you decided to not go 50-50 and you decided to be a provider, why isn't there enough for both of you to retire? You didn't get financially educated, you didn't learn how to invest, and now you don't have enough to retire. And if you don't have enough to retire, your ex-wife most likely doesn't have enough to live off of either, so she has to get a job too. Picture this, if a bad storm is coming, like a Hurricane Katrina, I wouldn't buy enough food just for me. I'd buy enough food for the whole family. So even if right before the storm hit, my wife left and took half the food, I still would have enough food for myself because I planned for two people, not for one.
Okay? But then there's also another aspect of that where she risked her life, as we all know that one of the most valuable things that a woman has is her youth. So if you say, all right, I'm going to sit and I'm going to commit to this man, give my life to this man, take care of this man, risk my life to have this man's children, the main thing she's risking is time she cannot get back. But there is no prenup for a woman's youth, for a woman's days of her fertility. Okay? Like I said in the video, a man could be 50 years old and bag him a 25, 30-year-old, have her have his kids and everything. Men can have kids until they're like 60, 70 years old. It doesn't work like that for women. All this stuff is factual. This is nothing to get mad at. I'm not saying it's unfair. I'm not crying about it. I'm simply speaking on the facts of it.
Now, what she said was true. And listen to BOA's response.
See, women are selfish, man. This is the most selfish thing a woman has ever said. We lose our lives if we're older with children and we're divorced. Man, let me tell you something. A man that's successful, that has options, don't want you if you're 50 or 60. You ain't got no children and you ain't never been married.
I said this in the video. I said it's not a good look for a woman to be 50 and divorced with kids. He then come forward and says, she lying. We don't want a woman at 50 whether she got kids or not. Oh, well, that kind of makes it even worse then, sir.
What is he talking about? No, seriously, think about that. If a woman is 50 or 60 and she's never had kids and never was married, a successful man still might not want her. True. But he forgets the fact that women don't start looking for a man at the age of 50. You see, while she's young, she's dating until she finds a man to have kids with, get married, and grow old with. And why won't a successful man want your ex-wife after a divorce? It's because she's older. That's Six's whole point. She spent 30 years being married to you, and over that time, her value has gone down. And the successful men she was able to attract in her 20s, she can't attract in her 50s. Even if you don't have kids, she's still older and most likely less attractive.
It ain't got nothing to do with you having a child. It got something to do with you being past the point that you are considered in your prime. And what this woman is admitting, that an older woman is not in her prime.
That's exactly what she's saying. A woman that gets older while being married is no longer in her primes if she gets divorced. She's also saying most women would trade half your money to go back in their prime years. Because when they were in their prime years, they had men that were attracted to them. Whether they were guys like me that were offering 50-50 or guys that wanted to provide, at the end of the day, they had options.
You can spend your youth with a man, learning how to please a man, learning how to keep a man, or you can spend your youth doing whatever you want to do, living your life. Here's the thing. There's a 50-50 chance, 50-50 chance that you're going to end up divorced if you get married. But the crazy thing is, 80% of those divorces are filed by women. So how are you going to complain about the effects of being married and divorced when y'all ass the one that be filing all the divorces?
That's true.
If you had the man and he wanted you and you had his child, why didn't you keep the man? Why couldn't you keep the man? Why didn't you accept that that's the man you were supposed to be with? Now you get in your 50s and 60s and you sit back complaining about how you blew your life. No, you ain't waste your life. You had what you wanted and you gave it up because you thought the grass was green on the other side. But then you realize as you get into your 40s, 50s, and 60s, there ain't even no grass. I don't even understand how you looking across that fence at that concrete and gravel, talking about the grass might be green on the other side. Grass is green. That concrete and gravel is not green. And even if it was green, you can't tell the difference between concrete and gravel and grass?
I agree with that too. See? I'm not biased. Okay, let's move on to Six's Live.
So it really hurts me when somebody will use me, especially when there are literally 50 other women on YouTube right now that are calling y'all conquered, weak, whack, broke, and teaching each other how to get what they can get from you. And it's odd to me that you guys will skip over all of these women saying that you ain't shit. And you will go for the one of the few Black women who was on here saying, no, we need our men. We love our men. I respect the Black man.
That's true.
Hold on, y'all. Because I want y'all to see it. And I thank God. And something told me when he put that lie up on me, something told me screenshot it. And I'm so glad I did. Because he later went back and changed it. He later went back and changed it. Even when he changed it, it was still another thing that was a lie, but at least it was not as bad of a lie. He says, delusional goddess, okay? And so, I could say the same thing about him calling himself alpha, okay? He doesn't have to understand or agree why I call myself Six the Goddess. That's fine. I'm just pointing out to you all that he put this to undermine me. Delusional goddess tells young girls it's better to be an old hoe than a young wife and mom. I, Six the Goddess, I do not condone hoe behavior in women in any way, shape, or form. I never will, never have. There is not a dollar amount that you can pay me. I actually have always encouraged women to be the total opposite of that.
No lies detected here.
Because I commented on the video and I said, thanks for responding to my video and expressing your opinion. Okay. I said, but I just want to let it be known that I have never and will never tell women it's better to be a hoe in any capacity. I then dropped the link for the full video and I said, if you would like to see the full video in all context, it is here. In which, after that, he proceeded to hide my comment. This is someone who teaches alpha, guys. I just want to go ahead and let that be known.
So someone posted a clip of Six on Instagram. Then one of Dr. BOA's subscribers sent him the clip. And Dr. BOA went off like he normally does because he didn't know who Six the Goddess was.
Allegedly.
But then he got confronted by her in the comments, and instead of simply saying, I didn't cut this clip up, my bad, he hides Six's comments, which is corny to me. You see, oftentimes you hear guys saying, women don't want to be held accountable, but some of y'all men are like that too. Because if I'm wrong about something, I apologize, and then I fix it. But I guess doing that makes me a
beta male simp mangina.
Bro, what does that even mean?
So if this woman is an influencer of femininity and has built her brand around healthy Black male-female relationships, femininity, as for us to be better as Black women, it's very damaging to her for me to put up a big old video talking about she's telling women to be hoes. He would have thought to himself and said, you know what? I'm messing with her back. I'm messing with her brand. Let me not do that. And he would have apologized and simply just taken the video down. But instead, he hides my comment and then proceeds to change the thumbnail and the title several times. I will now show you his most recent thumbnail that he has. This is what he changed it to. Okay. And the irony in this is I also never said this either. So now he changed the title to, she says it's unfair that men don't hit the wall like women and men deserve to pay. Now, y'all saw the video. Y'all know I never in that video said that. I literally never said that. Not Mr. Alpha being emotional and responding and hearing what he wants to hear instead of hearing what I actually said.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the beef. And if you like this video, the video you're gonna wanna watch next is Men Don't Approach Beautiful Women Anymore. It's featuring Six the Goddess. I'm out.